I'm so excited.
A new hobby unlocked.
There's a lot to do. She's a craft queen and also a gardener.
What have I done? Hello, welcome to a bit of a weekly vlog this week. I've got some exciting things happening, so I thought it's one of those days, not one of those days, one of those weeks that we can actually pick up the camera and do some fun things. Mostly, I'm very excited for Sunday because I'm going on a workshop basically with my mother-in-law to do some glass fusion. Not sure what that involves. I've been looking on Pinterest for some ideas. I'm going to take you guys with me and I thought that'd be quite fun. And then we're just living life. Today I'm in the office here at home. Tomorrow I'm in the office at work in Leeds. Friday I'm back at home. Saturday we're doing some gardening. That's what's happening. So far at the beginning of this week I've literally, do you know those days when you just can't be bothered? No reason why, you just feel a bit mugh. That's where I've been at for the past couple of days, so it wasn't worth vlogging in the slightest. It is now 12:30. I've been to the hairdressers this morning to have like a patch test and a bit of a consultation, and I'm hopefully going to get my hair lightened next week, so that's one thing off the to-do list. And now for the rest of the day I need to basically do all the things I've been putting off for a long time that just keep moving down my to-do list, so I thought I'd bring you with me. I'll try not to yap too much today so we can save some time for some arts and crafts on Sunday. In fact, before I forget, I've actually got a bit of like a haul, some PR and some of it stuff I bought myself. First one, this. You might have seen some people talk about this company. It's True Fruit and it's basically chocolate covered fruit. Oh my goodness, insane. Like the sweetest, most delicious, yummy fruit. These are two of the empty packets. They have a new, I think the new flavour is blueberries in dark chocolate, frozen, fresh in white and dark chocolate blueberries. So we've already eaten this, as you can see. And then strawberries in chocolate. The raspberry one is in the fridge. I think there's like a pina colada pineapple-y one. Not in the fridge, in the freezer. Also in the freezer. If you see these in the supermarket, go and get them. 10 out of 10. They've not asked me to say anything, but they did gift me these bits just out of the blue. Thrilled about it. And I also, it came with a cool bag, fully branded. You bet this is coming camping with me. Another thing I got very kindly sent were some water bottles. Now, I carry my water bottle around with me everywhere. You've seen this one a lot. It is literally stuck to me all the time. And one of these also came to Corfu with us. This is the smaller one. This is the box. And this company, my boyfriend was thrilled when this arrived. It's Circular & Co. reusable bottle, dual drink technology. And you can basically, like the cap isn't a straw or isn't just like a screw top. You press it and you just drink out of it like this, and then you press it again and it locks. It's just a really cool innovative idea. This is the smaller one of the two, came in this box, and then the bigger one I can't find. I'm presuming my boyfriend's got it at work with him in his work bag. So again, we'll link below. Have been loving those and I'm enjoying this smaller size for myself. Also got these from Miley. I saw Soph, formerly Soph Does Nails, reviewing, I think hers were like strawberry pattern to stick on nails, well, nail stickers. And it basically, you use your natural nail length and you stick them on top as opposed to doing polish, which I think is going to be so good, you know, for like when I can't be bothered to actually do it. You prep and peel, apply and press, trim and file and enjoy. I feel like for a quick fix when you're like going out and you've not got time to do your nails properly, these will be great. So I've got the green ones, a little leopard number. I feel like my mum's probably going to pinch these ones, and then this red with a little design on it. So again, we'll link below. Thank you very much, Miley, for sending those. And then this one is actually one I bought myself, but I think deserves a shout out. So the lovely Laurel, who actually was on my podcast a while ago, has done a new spring summer collection, and it was heavily cat themed, so naturally had to get it. The crazy cat lady in me cannot resist. Look at this postcard. Little thank you note. But what I actually ordered it for were the cotton socks, and I've not taken them out of the packet because I do want to post about them on Instagram. If you got both pairs, you got a bit of a discount, so naturally I got both, and they're just gorgeous. I will insert the proper picture here so you can see the full sock. And then I think to make up the delivery cost, or just to, I don't know, I decided I needed a pin, so I got a seconds pin, which is a little cat, which I can put on this. And I've got one of Laurel's other pins on here too, so it's cute excited to have another one. We'll also link her below. I think that's it. I am surrounded by the towels that I bought the other day. I need to figure out my fabric storage situation because the stash is growing inevitably. But first, I actually need to do some work. I cannot procrastinate it any longer. I just get energy at like 5 p.m. Like I'm an evening kind of worker. So trying to work in the daytime to match my partner's shift so that we actually get to spend some time together sometimes is tricky because I am very much a night owl. In fact, I think what I'll do before I get to work, I'm just going to share all these bits on Instagram and say thank you to everyone. Does anyone else get really baffled when it comes to creating websites? I'm not a coding kind of girly. I'm creative. I want to use my brain power on the other things. The things that don't require the technical expertise that website building does. I'm going to rewind back to me like 10 minutes ago when I started using the Hostinger Horizons AI-powered, no code required website builder. It literally took out all of the guesswork, all of the overthinking, and especially saved me so much time. I have literally just created a website with a few little sentences and their AI-powered system did its thing and created a website. Okay, I would like a modern and sleek page for my online portfolio and shop. I want an about section, a small sample of my portfolio, and also a few items from my shop. Should we go with that? See how that goes? Stop, this is so cool. Look, so it's creating the website on the right hand side and it's just like a chat, so it's sort of divvied it up into 4 bullet points. Sit tight, making the magic happen. Stop it. I like this. Like, tells you some quick snappy bits of information about me, what I do, portfolio, so then you put it in there. I don't think I'd want that many, so we'll see if we can tweak that. Shop. So I want to add, and I forgot to mention this at the beginning, I want to add a newsletter sign up at the bottom, and I want less portfolio products on it, and ideally this could be circular, so we'll see. Just a moment while I work my magic. Thank you, Hostinger Horizons. Okay, one thing I missed, I want to change that contact button. I don't like the fade on that. Obviously I can upload my images and my text. About me, almost there. I want that circle to be a bit bigger. Portfolio is down to 3, and then there's a view all project so I can expand it further. I didn't realise you can hover over them with some information. And the newsletter bit, which ties in with the top banner. Okay, we love. Okay, perfect. The logo is white. Contact button is pure white. Yeah, happy with that. And then it's literally just a one-click publish situation. So up here, click publish. And there you go, look, there's the website. That's actually blown my mind. So if you want to launch your very own custom website or web app in literal minutes, you need to check out Hostinger Horizon, because honestly the simplicity of that has just absolutely blown my mind. I mean, you saw it real time. It's easy to do without being technical at all. The AI handles everything, including the domain connection. If you get stuck, they've got a multilingual customer service team, always handy to know, and they have lots of great features, including payment integration for the shop, of course, user logins, so if you have a subscription based model, and then also a super based integration, which is pretty cool. I need to check that one out. And that's just a few of the things they have to offer. So if you're intrigued, you can start your free trial right now. I'll leave my link in the description of this video so you can secure a better deal using that. And thank you so much to Hostinger Horizons for sponsoring this little section of the vlog. Oh gosh, I cannot wake up today. Good morning, it is Thursday. I've just got 2 leads. It is 8:30 almost. I have flexi time so I can get to work any time between 8 and 10 and then finish 8 hours later. So I try and aim for 8 o'clock. It never actually happens. I always end up leaving my house late, but it doesn't matter, and I quite like that, because when I did have my previous job I had a set time to start, and it meant that like if there was any traffic I was setting off like an hour and a half early for like a 45-minute drive. just in case. Small things, and I very much appreciate it. But yeah, today I'm at work. I am excited and a little bit nervous for today because we are getting a new camera for the content creation that I do. We actually bought a new camera before. I'd done so much research, I can't remember what it was. I'll put it in the description. And it was great at video but not great at photos, whereas we need something for both because I have to like document things that we make in both ways and like archive it and stuff and put it on the system. So bought a new camera. I checked yesterday, I opened my work laptop just out of intrigue to see if it had been ordered, and it has, and it's coming here today. So it's a Canon R7, which sounds like and looks like the perfect camera. I'm really hoping so. It was a bit of a panic with that other one because it just wasn't sitting right with me, like it wasn't giving me the results, and I was like, I went to bed one night thinking that camera's not right, I'm gonna have to return it. And it felt quite a big deal to like go to my boss and be like, look, that camera that I thought was going to be good isn't, I need to return it. They were obviously fine with it, I'm just an overthinker. And I caught the return window with 2 days to spare. Stressful. So I'm hoping that is not going to happen this time, because it just feels scary spending other people's money and being like, yeah, this camera looks great, but like, what do I know? I don't know. I went and tried it in a camera shop, but you can't really know until you've used it for a while. So fingers crossed. I've remembered a memory card because I don't know where I've put the work one. I'll film what I can. I haven't brought any lunch, so I'm gonna go to the sandwich van, I think, when that comes round. So we'll see what lunch I end up with. I think the camera is here. It must be. I've not ordered anything else. I'm scared. Usually as well I work through that door in like the loud warehouse part, but this is empty today and my AirPods have died, so for the meeting I've had to come and sit in here so I can hear everyone. This is so exciting. EOS R7. So I ordered it from Amazon, but it looks like it's from a company called cameracenteruk.com. So we'll link below. Of meetings is complete and I'm actually feeling quite productive today. I'm getting a lot of admin stuff done, so that's good. I am very impatiently waiting for the camera to charge because I always forget that the batteries don't come charged, so I'm very impatiently waiting. It is now 75% charged, so I'm hoping if I eat this I'll have like my half an hour lunch and get back in and it'll be ready and then we can play. But I think everyone in there is equally as excited about it as I am. Well, they will be until I point it at their face and make them be in content. This sandwich sounds interesting. Ham, pepperoni, chicken, masdam cheese, pesto and mayo. That sounds great, right? Like the other ones were like tuna mayo, not for me. Ham and cheese, classic. This one just sounded elite. Like baguette thing. Ooh, I've got high hopes for this. Happy with that. Right, I'm going to watch a YouTube video, probably Hannah's, because I've only watched half of it so far, and then we'll go back in and we'll see if the camera is ready to go. Hello. I'd say good morning, but it's about probably 3 PM now. Yeah, 2 minutes past 3, and I have, without a doubt, had a very lazy Friday. But I think I'm going to work tomorrow, so it's all fine. I've got to make the most of being able to pick my own hours sometimes and not feel guilty about it. This is what I'm working on. I am actually going to a wedding dress reveal tonight. So my sister-in-law is getting married at the beginning of next year and she's doing like this reveal thing. I've never heard this being done, but I think it's such a fun idea. So we've got a few of the girls and we're going to my mother-in-law's house, having a little thing, and she's showing us the dress. So that'll be very cute. I'm not quite sure what to wear. I need your help with that. I mean, obviously, once you've watched this, I've already been, but I feel like talking it out is helpful. That dog barking in the background. But yeah, I'm gonna dry my hair. Can you see how grey I am? It's actually insane. But I'm gonna dry my hair, curl it, and I thought I would show you what I do. So first thing, I've just got any random heat protectant. This is the Frizzies one. I bought it to take to Corfu with me, so it had good reviews. Then I've got my GHD hairdryer with the nozzle thing on, and I'll kind of do all of it just to get the roots, and then I'll pin up sections with my clips and then use a combo of this brush and this brush to dry it. I love this brush. It's supposed to be like for curly hair, but it actually, I mean, I'm not convinced I've got curly hair. I think it's just wavy, but it's so gentle when you're brushing your hair, and it was so cheap. I'll see if I can find it and I'll link it below. I'm also watching Below Deck, of course, because that's all I watch. Oh, I can't watch it with my hairdryer on and my AirPods are dead. Life hack. Put your AirPods in when you're drying your hair. You can watch something. Okay, hair is dry. That didn't take as long as I thought. Like maybe 10, 12 minutes-ish. I am now going to use, in fact I've not even plugged them in, I'm now going to use these straighteners. They're just a Babyliss pair of straighteners. I think they're like 30 quid, they're really cheap. Bought them because they are dual, don't know what it's called. Not dual powered. Maybe it is. Either way, when I went to America, they worked. And when I go to Corfu, they work. Some hairdryers and straighteners don't. When you go abroad, dual voltage. That's what it is, because we use different voltage over here. Fun fact of the day. So I put these on full power, and I've just sectioned my hair from above my ears, a bit of like an upwards direction. So I've got like the very bottom bit. And I didn't really need to do much to this because you can't see it. I'm just going to add a few little kinks and waves just so it doesn't look so poker straight, because I've dried it pretty straight. Don't forget the heat protectant. Don't spray it in your face. I alternate basically all the way up my head between doing like a spiral curl and then doing like a flat curl like this. Hard to explain. It will be easy when I get to the top. But this little section, I'm going to do a spiral curl, so I'll clamp it. This is really hard to do in the mirror and on camera. Like that, turn, half turn, pull down, but not to the very end, and then release. And it just does like a loose curl. I'm actually going to go over that and straighten it because it's a bit too curly. Just to add a bit of summer, you know? And then the next bit, I'll grab a similar sized piece, and instead of curling it round, I go like this and I turn it under, over, under, and then the bottom straight, and it adds like this like beachy wave kind of vibe. That's what I'm going to do all the way up to my head, all the way up to the top of my head. I'll show you when I get to the end. Hopefully you can see this, but we've got regular curl, beach wave, regular curl, facing the other way, beach wave. I'm going to just do the top section and then show you how I did it, because I feel like it's probably easier than looking at the bottom. So first, brush, heat protectant. I'm going to clip one side away just so it doesn't accidentally fall into this side. Then I'm going to go back to front, so I'm just going to grab this bit, and this one I'm just going to do the wave. So clamp it, bring it down, under, over, under, over, straight. That's that one. And then I'm going to do all of the top layer when it's a regular curl, facing away from my face. So again, split and then clamp it, bring it down, half turn, all the way down, and then you get to the end and you straighten it. And the aim is to get to the front piece and have the front piece as just like a twist curl, like a regular one. So this next piece, I'm going to do the beach wave, but this time under, over, under, over, straight, clamp, bring it down, half a twist. And there we go. That's that side done. Full hair is curled and I've let it cool down a little bit. I'm just going to put a bit of hairspray in. Perfect Volume hairspray. This smells so nice, although I do need to get the version that's not so stiff. So stiff because it's kind of hard to brush out. In fact, saying that, I'm going to brush it out first. I'm going to just use a wide tooth comb, brush through and underneath. And then tip my head upside down and spray this. See what I mean? What have I done? Maybe I shouldn't have done that upside down. I can't actually wait to get my hair done next week. I just feel like it needs thinning out. I feel like full triangle head happening. Just ignore the mess around me, but I've gone with this outfit. Just some grey, like baggy jeans, is this a tank top? A vest, anyway, with a print on it, and then this top. I'm gonna wear some white trainers, I've got a white bag, and yeah, comfy, easy. I really can't wait to get my hair lightened. I just feel like the dark hair makes lighter outfits just look so strange. I feel really like not balanced. Does that make any sense? Probably not.
Hello, welcome to my shed. It is Saturday and today we are going to do the garden. However, look at the weather. Can you see that? It keeps trying to rain, but it's kind of like half-arsed rain. It's like not enough for us to instantly be like, no, we can't do the gardening, but it's enough to be annoying. So we're going to try. I'll see what I can film because obviously I don't want to get the camera wet. But first things first, we need to do a lot of weeding. We've bought some weed killer from Asda and we're going to hope that the rain doesn't get any stronger. But the plants have grown so much, so we need to trim back because they're all kind of taking over a little bit. Since we've been on holiday, they went a bit crazy. So we need to do some maintenance. Oh my god, it's like a tree. So we have a tree growing. That's going to be spiky and painful, but I've clipped my mic on my hand so you can hear it. Hopefully it does a nice crunch. Why is it so aggressive? Oh, that was satisfying. Yeah. We didn't even do this long ago, that's the annoying thing. So we've bought weed killer and hope that that'll help. Like, this whole pot is full of weeds. Why? The weather can't make up its mind. So I'm full garden gnome mode. This is what I look like, but it's stopped raining, so we'll see. Hopefully I can film this next bit without you guys getting absolutely drenched, because we don't want that to happen to my new camera. But let me show you what I'm working with, because we've got a lot. There's a lot to do. So I'm going to insert the before clip of this planter. The last time I showed you guys it. Look at how much it's grown, especially this bush here. This one is annoying me. It's too big. And actually, are these lupins? They didn't grow. I think they got like a pest or something. So I feel like the safest thing to do with those is just to chop them back. This one that Hannah's mum gave me, thriving, if not a little squashed. But I was worried that the slugs were going to get to that. So we've been putting coffee grounds around it and it's been working. And this bad boy also needs chopping because it's kind of taken over and it's turning into a tree rather than a bush. A bit more of a similar story down here as well. We put some seeds in and they look a bit weed-like. I'm not sure how I feel. I'll give them a bit of time. But in between them all is just lots of weeds. Like, there's a lot. I need to chop the daffodils down because I got told to wait so all the nutrients can go back into the bulb. So I'm going to chop them down. This lupin also didn't grow. You see these little white bugs on it? I think it might be diseased or something. I don't know what's going on there. Massive weed, bigger than my plant. Lovely. And then these called alliums, I think, have flowered, looked beautiful, and have died back. So I need to cut them down. And also another ginormous bush. It's just not looking its best. So this is the before of this one, before of the middle one, and a before of this very overgrown big one. These ones are looking quite good though. Not too bad. Everything seems to be growing. There's just like an odd weed in between. I say, is this whole green bit is a weed. But compared to the other side, not too bad. Just need to pull all these bits up in between. So I'm going to save that one till last because it feels a little bit easier. I have the gear and somewhat of an idea. I did learn a lot about gardening when I used to go to my grandma's all the time. So I do feel quite confident gardening, which is nice. And it is fun. It's therapeutic. So even just chopping these down Big difference. Let's bring the bin closer. Getting a bit of plant ASMR. I hope you can hear that. It's well satisfying. Yeah, there's definitely like a white fly situation going on the lupins, which makes me so sad because I love them. And every other year they've grown really well, so I'm not sure what's happened there. It looks like they've just been eaten. If anyone watching this knows, let me know. Otherwise, I will be hunting Google, ready for next year. Oh, these bees have no fear, but they don't realise I am a little bit scared of them. It's beautiful, but it is taking over. Oh my god, I'm going to break my scissors. I can't get to the sides without chopping these bits down. I'm not strong enough for this. She's a craft queen and also a gardener. I am basically 80 years old. Okay, that feels better already. It was just overpowering, you know? I mean, I'm glad you're thriving, but you've got to let your friends have a chance. First planter is almost done, but I'm just going to try and tie up these plants that we planted as seeds. They've got buds on them. They look a bit odd. I don't know if they'll look pretty when they flower, but I feel like it's a waste if I just chop them out. So I've got some canes and I'm going to attempt to tie them to the cane so they stand up straight. Although I don't know how I'm going to get them in because this ground is really stiff. That's not going to hold. There's so many weeds down here. Oh my god. Why? That didn't work. I should have known that was going to happen. Alright, we're phone vlogging because my camera is very dead. I've been doing this for like 5 hours. It's been really therapeutic, but I'm exhausted. So I'm gonna leave it there. There's like a few more weeding bits to be done on like the back patio. Everything you can pretty much see from the kitchen window is done and I'm very proud of myself. So I'm gonna give you the after shots. Is anyone else as invested in this as I am? Probably not, but if you're still watching, I guess you are in some kind of way. The weeding all down here is all done. We've not yet sprayed weed killer. We bought this, but it needs to be a dry day and we don't trust the weather right now, so that will be a job for my boyfriend tomorrow. Put this in here. This is his stash of things that he needs for tomorrow. Lawn seed, weed killer for the grass, weed killer for the patio, and all the tools. Anyway, so I've chopped all the dead bits off of this from when it flowered, so it's looking much neater now. I'm gonna get this moved to the end of the garden because we put seeds in there, but it's clearly not worked, whereas this one has worked, although there are some weeds which I have missed. I can't weed the garden within an inch of its life and miss these ones off, can I? I'm not even sure what this plant is, but we'll see. Oh, and also if you remember this tray that I filled with seeds didn't work. It's been on the windowsill for weeks, so I've just given up and tipped it out because it was an eyesore. And then these planters are looking very sparse. Obviously I've chopped down the daffodil stem things, so that's mainly why. And then this had the alliums, like the purple flower, but this is the after of this one. Just looks much neater. I just need to figure out if I put anything there or not. The only issue is these are the bulbs for the daffodils and these are the bulbs for the alliums. Obviously I need some soil because that one's kind of showing, so I don't really have much room. I could put something like there, I guess. Any suggestions, let me know. Maybe like a shrub, something that's there all the time. But yeah, trimmed all these back. This one, again, this is where the lupins should be, which obviously had those bugs on. Makes me very sad. And again, daffodils chopped down and there. And then I've actually transplanted the alstomerias. I'll put a picture of how these should look because they were in planters at the end of the garden and I think they were either waterlogged or they were too confined, so I've put them in here. Still not sure if this is a weed or not, but I've propped it up and it looks less messy, so we'll see. We'll give that a few weeks. Taken all the weird trailing weeds out of here, and then this one again, we've got a bit of a patch there that we could put something in. Let me know. I've trimmed this bush back a lot. The lupin, so sad. It's so big as well. That would have been so beautiful if I'd have caught it in time for those bugs. And then chopped this big boy down. So yeah, that's the after of the big one. Looking much neater. Some would say sparse, but I prefer a bit of order. And then the after of this one. Hopefully these alstomerias grow up really big and lovely. And then down here, this is where I got the alstomerias from. There will still be some bulbs in there, so I've just covered it back up. Obviously we've not weeded this bit yet. I'm gonna get my boyfriend on that tomorrow whilst I am out crafting. This one I've left. I'm just not gonna water it for a little bit and see if it's been overwatered. And then I've tidied up all these. Boyfriend's gonna do some sweeping tomorrow. And I've turned over all the soil just to give it a bit of air. My only concern for this bit is the acer tree looks very sad. So again, any tips welcome. I did find an ant's nest down here when I turned the soil, so the only thing we had was boiling water, so I poured boiling water on the soil, killed all the ants, and hopefully that was the issue. If not, let me know. Good morning. It's Sunday morning. It is almost 9 o'clock. I am just gonna make it in time. If you want to know anything about me, I am either 10 minutes late or just on time. There's no in between, and I've always been like that, even when I was at primary school, when I was at secondary school, at uni. Like, it's just who I am. It's like I must trick myself to leave early and tell myself an earlier time, but I know that I'm tricking myself, so I just don't bother speeding up. But we're going to the fused glass workshop today. I'm very excited. It will be a bit odd me vlogging because I don't think in the 5 years me and my boyfriend have been together I've ever vlogged in front of his family. Obviously I'm going with his mum, my mother-in-law, so I don't know if I'll be a bit shy and awkward, and obviously I don't know the dynamics of the class, but I do have my microphone, so we'll see. It might be a voiceover situ. I have my vlog camera, you're fully charged, so let's see how this goes.
Instead, you're going to use these. These are called rosing pliers or nibblers. You want to be about 1 millimetre or so away from it, like that.
I'm going to do something like this. So I've got this piece, it's actually quite big. And then I've got an array of different oranges and greens. I'm so excited. I've gone a bit crazy with the amount of glass I've picked up though. Oops. First step, you have to wipe and clean the glass. I've just got my first injury. Literally the first one, and I've injured myself. So these are the colours I've gone for. I've got an array of oranges, a bit of brown and then green, and I'm thinking start dark and then get lighter. So it's a bit like a landscape.
That was so good. Like, do you know how much I love pottery painting and like sewing? That was super therapeutic, but with the added bonus of like popping the glass. I think I probably will have included a lot of clips of the glass breaking because I just found it so satisfying. So yeah, if you get a chance to go on a workshop like that, I highly recommend. I'll leave like the website and the info and stuff of Martin, the guy who did it, in the description. He was so lovely, and he actually does like a Christmas ornament making one, so we're going to do that. And they also do like stained glass, like loads of different glass related things. So new hobby unlocked, and I'm buzzing. What a great Sunday and a great early birthday present. I don't know if I said it's for my 30th birthday, so birthday starts now. My birthday's not till the end of July, but why not celebrate early, right? I'm gonna drive home. It's drizzling, so hopefully it's not too bad on the motorway, and then eat tea, relax, and I'll show you how much I've done of the blanket I'm crocheting too. I've been home for a few hours now. The drive home was nice and chill, not too rainy, which is always a plus when driving on the motorway. As promised, I wanted to show you this blanket. This definitely does not look like a blanket yet. For reference, I did the Christmas version of one of these, obviously towards Christmas time, although I didn't finish it, I don't think, until like March, maybe? Clearly didn't learn my lesson, because then I signed up to this one, which is the Sirdar Summer Crochet Along. So I'm crocheting this blanket. I'm currently doing this very middle bit here, like from the white to the white, and it's going to look so cute. And I'm almost done with week 1. They are actually on week 5. They release them once a week for 6 weeks, but because I went on holiday and because life has been busy, I'm only just doing week 1, so it's probably not going to be this year's summer picnic blanket, but this is how much I've done. I love the colours on this. I just need to do the thick white band on this side, and then that bit's done. And I need to go and print off week 2 because I've only printed off the first one. So yeah, if you're into crochet, they've done a lot of different crochet along now, and this one might be my favourite. Although I will say that until I go back and get the Christmas one and remember how adorable that one is, even though it was very much blood, sweat and tears went into that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed a little chatty, rambly weekly vlog, no doubt. If you got to the very end of the video, comment down below this emoji and I'll know you got to the end. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you next week for another video. Bye!